Thank you, Eileen, for that beautiful performance. It was breathtaking. Well, ladies and gents, a few days ago, we had the opportunity to meet and talk to one of our amazing impactors, Annie Kapalula Landu from Zambia. So let's see how she has impacted the community around her where she lives.
Say a warm welcome to Annie. Thank you for joining us. And I wanted to start off with, because I know you have a master's degree in natural resources from Manchester University. You're well-traveled as well in Europe and Asia. But tell us a bit briefly, about your colorful background to get a picture of you.
Okay. Well, my name is Anne Landu. I'm a Zambian. I'm 55 years old, and I have 3 lovely boys.
And so tell us more about this social venture. So it's both for the farmers. So tell us how it actually works in a practical basis.
It's twofold.
Yeah.
It's twofold. On one side, I'm going to be making hand sanitizer out of ethanol and aloe gel. Ethanol is made from cassava. And on the other side, we're going to support the cassava farmers with by marketing their crops. We're going to train them on better methods of farming cassava. And in that cassava value chain, we're going to ensure that if we buy ethanol from one factory, that factory should be able to buy cassava from the farmers. And so, the value chain works well. So win-win situation. We buy ethanol from somebody who's manufacturing it in a factory. They need cassava, and we'll say, can you buy the cassava from our farmers? And so the farmers will now have market, because for the longest time they didn't have market.
Comes sort of like a circular economy
Absolutely, it's the cassava value chain, yes.
And how has being part of a network, for example, CROWD1, how was that tied into all of this, and what has that given you?
So the money I earned from CROWD1 allowed me to travel to Luapula province. It allowed me to get tools, the basic tools, because I needed to show some responsibility as somebody who was looking for funding. So I said, let me start by buying my own tools so that there's no excuse, by the farmers to say we've got no tools and so on. Because my aim was to encourage them to first of all, go into conservation agriculture, and also to learn new methods.
Annie, thank you so much for sharing your story so far, and we'll be back shortly with a new interview and meeting Annie again soon.
Isn't it fantastic how, when one person finds his or her why, it can translate into helping so many people around them? It shows us that there is no limit to what each and every one of us can do if we follow our hearts and just make up our minds. We also had the time to talk to another of our impactors, Vaughn, and the profound work and time she puts into her work every day. So let's hear a bit from her too.
So tell us how social media marketing that you work with CROWD1, for example, how you utilize that business, and also why it's a good vehicle to also do social impact.
With the social, it's because of I love to talk with people. I love to help people. So with the network business and the social media, is help a lot for this moment, because it's take time, it's technology time, and people coming to online a lot. And I love also to help people. If we can earn or make some money, we should give back to the people.
Definitely. And I know, speaking of projects, I know you're involved in many projects. Let's try to dive into a few. I know you have a donation project with your mother.
Yes.
So tell us a bit about that.
Every year, we just did before we become also every February, my mother's birthday, we will give rice to people, around 300 to 500 every year, and we do like this for over 10 years.
An amazing project and initiative. And then I know there was some flooding. You've also been part of major
Yes.
disaster areas.
Yes. in south of Thailand before New Year's. They have a flooding in Nakhon Si Thammarat, and people like they lost a lot. I help what I can.
So, I mean, you're a perfect example yourself of really working with, paying it forward, giving back in addition to all the work that you do. How do you incentivize that in your team and people around you to not only want to, work and make money and have an income, but also to really have the mentality of paying it forward, contributing, making impact?
Yeah, the business is like just start. If you have you take this opportunity and you can earn or you can make some money. For me, I would recommend to prepare just a little bit of your percent to give back to people, because just give, you will get it. Yeah.
Just give you again. The biggest contribution is actually when we contribute to others.
Yes. Just help people, because in this planet, people still need help a lot. It's if we can help them, just some little bit, give them a job, give them some food, give them some good thing. The good thing will be back to us, same like me and mother.
Absolutely.
So now we've seen a bit of what Annie and Fun does, and it's super inspiring. So we will launch the full interviews for you to watch very soon on our social media channels. And with that, I would like to hand over to Hannah and her beautiful guests in the panel.
Thank you so much, Alice. Today, I will pick the brains of some of the top leaders of CROWD1 about one of the building blocks of online networking, business tools. The business tools are a major factor of success in every business. And I have 4 people with me who's been working with business tools for a very long time. And today, I've asked them to share a little bit about their own insights on the subject. I welcome Lotta Spjut, Anthony Chatelain, George van Wyk, and Magnus Larsson. Hello.
Hello. How are you?
How are you doing today?
Fantastic.
Good. So I wanted to talk a little bit about business tools. And all of you are running successful businesses. Yes?
Yes, we are.
And I would like to hear a little bit from you, Lotta, what internal and external business tools you use for building your business.
When it comes to the external business tools, it's a lot about Zoom meetings every day. And it's a fantastic way to reach out, even if I prefer, of course, to meet people live. But we are an online company, so that has been the most useful external tools for me, because I can reach no matter where they are, I can reach them. And internal tools, it's a lot about also using the material, like the videos are really amazing. They are so professional.
The event videos, maybe?
Yeah, the 4 minutes video.
Yes.
And all videos, when it comes to new product, it's easy and simple to send it out as a teaser, as a first introduction.
Very good.
Yeah.
And you, Ant, how do you use business tools in your business?
I think I use a lot of 3-part calls. The mobile phone, sending out YouTube clips. There's a lot of education online, of course. So if you can learn how to use those tools just to send a video, send an SMS to somebody. And we do a lot of 3-part calls with great leaders.
And the 3-part calls, you structure them with your leaders and you do it weekly or daily, or how do you actually do the 3-part calls?
When it comes up, we always try to start a new strong leader with a 3-part call, where you can actually go through how we work and make a plan for the future.
Like share the basics and get started,
Yeah.
kind of. Okay, what about you, George? What business tools do you use?
Well, mentioned it by Lotte and by Anthony, the Zoom,
Yeah.
this is the most important tool what we have at the moment. And you can think the back office, they provide you from all the tools what everybody can use and need. That everything is clear, everything is explained. It's easy for everybody to just share the information, what you find on your back office, what you find on your telephone. You can just show the video and it's all clear explained to everybody. So we don't need to be a presenter. It's very easy to all the tools that have been provided by the company to us, share with other people, and it's all clear. It's there, it's basic, and it's really beautiful to share it.
Oh, very good, thank you. And what about you, Magnus?
As that,
The
of
same?
course.
Yeah.
Zoom is probably the most used tool we have.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, we went global very quickly, and it's been a tremendous work on Zoom. But also like the communication with WeChat, WhatsApp, Telegram. It's been helpful to spread out the information very quickly.
So you can say, as a new starter in CROWD1, basically everything's digital, right?
Yes.
Because now we can't really meet so much, so it's a digital introduction, basically. And as Alice previously mentioned as well, it's very important to find your why you're doing the business. And I would like to ask you a little bit, George, how do you get your new starters to find their why?
Well, I think find your why from the new prospect is one of the most important things what we need. That means everybody have an own reason to join CROWD1. And if you find the why, and that means let the people dream again. And we can start and say, okay, we want a car, but that's not the principal why for the most of the people. If the people that like to join CROWD1, we all agree this in this strange time, everybody has seen the need to have an extra surge of income. And it's really important to find it and find the reason why they want to have it. That can be to get rid of the debt that people have, to make an extra step in their personal life, to provide the study for your kids, what you cannot do with your regular job, or your elders to take care of them, or just for yourself, have a better quality of life. That's the first step in the why of the people. And then of course let them dream. We all have dreams when we are kids, when we are child, and we're growing older, and then we see that the dreams are going away because we realize that our life, daily life, is harder than we think when we are smart.
Yeah.
That means when at the end of the salary, a lot of people haven't still part of the month left. That means we don't reach the end. Now with CROWD1, we can provide a lot of people to reach comfortable the end of the month. And that's one of the most beautiful things what I see around me. And let them dream. Pick up your dreams again. What you have done. Make a dream board. Write down your goals, like Peter Jacobson always tells us. Be focused and write down your dreams, what you want to reach in this life. And I leave it now to you, because otherwise I'll keep talking.
Yeah, what do you say, Magnus?
No, I could totally agree with George, and it's exactly that people stop dreaming.
Yeah.
We get older.
Yeah.
And actually through network marketing in general, we can help people start dreaming again. And if you can dream it, you can achieve it, right? So
Yeah.
that's how it is.
No, and I've learned as well, it's very important that you make it concrete, that you write it down, you take notes, you know, follow your progress. You do this as well?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's actually a key word. It's the magic word, the why. So I'm glad you asked that question. I always sit down with a new recruit, a new member, and talk about the why, because that's the motor. That's the motivation to succeed. Then I see how much time are you willing to spend and how hard are you willing to work to get that why. So it's very, very important.
Very good. Well, thank you very much for joining me in this panel today. I hope all of you at home, before we go, I would like to ask a question regarding one tip that you would give to a newcomer in CROWD1, a starter. What would be your first tip to them? Lotta, I start with you.
Take advice from people that have walked the walk before. Because there are so many advices given to you when you start something. Choose one or many people that you have seen are there where you want to go, and you follow their advices.
Okay, take advice, very good. And?
I will continue on the why then.
Yeah.
And say, the bigger the goal, the bigger the dream. I mean, if you have a big goal, that really pushes you to that little extra. Why is it worth it? Why is it worth to spend that extra hour on the phone, to do that extra Zoom meeting? You have to find that extra kick, energy to succeed. So I
encourage them to find a why. And George?
Be coachable. I think we have all the tools in mind though. We have our amazing Peter Jacobson. He have provided me all the tools to reach the point where I have. And he is there for everybody. Just listen to what he is saying. Listen to the tools. And it's not just for CROWD1. It's for your whole personal life. All the tools what he will provide you and give you. And that's the most important lesson what I've learned.
Be coachable, that's very good. What about you, Magnus?
Exactly.
Yeah?
Be coachable, that's number one. And of course, always follow the leader you believe in and listen. Also, you need to do a lot of study about the compensation plan, about the company, and never give up. That's the most important thing.
So you have a lot of synergies on how you reach the success level that you have. Thank you so much for coming. And with that, I hand over to CROWD1 business philosopher Peter Jacobson and the School of Increase.
Hello world, and welcome to another session of the School of Increase. And this session is going to be about a subject that we call self-image. And what is self-image? Well, you can look at the word self and image. It's the image of yourself. Who you really are, or actually who you really think that you are. You have a self-image, which actually will dictate your decisions in life. So if you help someone a little bit and maybe they don't succeed, and you help someone just a little bit on this side and they won't succeed, it's according to their self-image. Because it doesn't really matter what good tools or, the money doesn't come to the best business with the best products. It comes to the business with the best leaders. Leadership is the key to success. And since it's not about you, it's about the people that you're gonna help. Because remember that you didn't come here to make a living. You came here to make a difference in people's lives. And since you can't give what you don't have, you gotta make sure you have a good self-image. So where does it come from? What is it? We all know that the great saying from the great Jim Rohn, he said that you can have more because you can become more than you already are. And the one-liners that I used to say is, you're not who you think you are who you think you are. That is actually about your self-image. So how do we get the self-image? Where does it come from? Well, it's a product since we were born by the people who we spend the time with. Our parents in school, our friends, everyone contributes to our self-image. They kind of put something inside of us that we tend to believe. And I heard that person that's 18 years old have heard the word no 100,000 times. Can you believe that? Since you were little, you're no. And if you walk around with a no program in your self-image, it's not gonna be good. But the best thing is that you can change your self-image. And I read, before I go any further, I will tell you a story, not a story, but the thing I read in a book a couple of years ago that really, got me interested in this subject. And it's actually about our brain, because that's what it's all about, And this guy, this scientist, he wrote a book, and he had a chapter about the function of the brain. And why I'm telling you this is so you know that you are a creation for success. So our little brain, it weighs like 3-4 pounds, not very much. But in our brain, there is billions, hundreds and billions of neurons. These neurons, they send messages and take messages. So like the sender and the receiver. And this guy wrote in his book that there are not only hundreds of billions of these neurons in our mind and in our brain, actually more than stars in the Milky Way. So they send these signals, which are thoughts, every second. Every second there's a signal going in between these neurons. Hundreds of billions. And if you're gonna count all these thoughts or these signals, you take 1 each second, it's going to take you 35 million years to count them all. So we got an amazing thing up here that some people don't use all the time. So back to the self-image. That was the brain. And if you look at this, you can see the blue is kind of you. And we have, a self-imposed limitation put on ourselves, which is the self-image. And that is, if people told us that we were, we couldn't do stuff, or we were small, or we were tall, or we were thin, or we were this, or we were that, then we'd start believing that. It's hard to go out in the world and succeed with a poor self-image. But I said we can change it. So the blue is you. Then you can see the limitation we put on ourselves. So it's a lot of room for expansion, for change. And remember, we talk about that. If you want things to change, you got to change. So this is how it could look. The peak performance is when you change your self-image and you start realizing it's doable, that you can really succeed because you can see other people succeed. And success doesn't come from the outside. Success comes from the inside and out. You start building yourself and change will start happening. And this is also connected to what we call the comfort zone. And the comfort zone is pretty interesting because we all have one. Everyone has a comfort zone. Some people have a tiny, tiny little comfort zone, and some people have a huge comfort zone. It actually means that the bigger the comfort zone is, the more courage they have, the less fear they have. And when you're gonna do a business or build a business or talk to people, you need to widen your comfort zone. And it has to do with your self-image. And what happens is, most people start out good and then they quit or they slow down because they don't realize that proof of progress is not pleasure, it's pain. So when you're growing, there's gonna be problems. It's part of the equation. What has that to do with anything? Well, you can look at the comfort zone, and doesn't matter how big or how small it is, you have one. But you need those goals that will make you move outside of your zone. Because inside the zone, everything is comfortable. For most people, that's in front of the television with a bag of chips or, something to eat on. Or just doing nothing because it's comfortable. But it's outside the comfort zone where all the growth is. All the growth, all the change, all the money, everything is outside of the zone. And for some people it takes courage. But a better way to do it is to set goals. Because those goals will make you move out of the comfort zone. And at the same time, you're changing your self-image. You're starting to believe in yourself. You're starting to realize it's possible. And action is the fear killer. It's the biggest fear killer of them all. Whatever you feel, whatever you think, just do it. And some of you out there maybe don't believe in yourself. But I will tell you, I believe in you. I know it's possible. And if you do that, the best of your life will be the rest of your life. Because you're not who you think you are who you think you are. Thank you.
What a day. I mean, mixed in all packages for all new members. We will see millions of new Mixter users during 2021. And CROWD1 Live in Dubai, the first big live meeting, was a great success. We had the chance to meet up with the top online networkers and super influencers from around the world. Now, a week from now, we meet up with members from more than 50 countries around the world. And I'm sure that this will be an even greater success. 2021 will be an amazing year. And to back up all millions of members around the world, to give the absolutely best support, we will expand to many places around the world. And the first one I want to show you is this one. It's really important for us to make sure, as I said before, that we can support all the millions of members around the world. Therefore, our first big support office in Dubai will be really important. And as the same second I'm standing here, they have finalized everything. So we will be able to support millions and millions of people and give the absolutely best support 24/7. In 2021, we will also make sure that we are in all big online areas. Therefore, we will also go into entertainment, to communication, and to cryptocurrency, the next big payment resource in the world. So therefore, take a look at this. As you all know, CROWD1 is the next generation online networking crowd marketing. And to make sure that we have the best start, the best streamlined start, the best foundation for all new members in CROWD1, we have updated a lot of things in the company. And one thing that we give to all people from now on is the loyalty points. So take a look at this. The loyalty points will be in all packages. And the only thing you need to do as a new member is to activate all the products and services one by one to have the loyalty points activated. The loyalty points you can use for our great products and services, and you can also use them to be a part of everything that's happened in the future. All the revenue in CROWD1. Now, let's take a look on next thing, because I will stand here the rest of the day and give you more and more cool things. And the next one you heard me and Sverker talk about before, and it's the Planet IX. So let's take a look on it one more time. Planet IX will for sure be one of the big things online. That's why we call it the 100 million player. And to make sure that we give all CROWD1 members the absolutely best start, we will have the most powerful pre-launch ever. And that pre-launch actually starts today. And this week will be the best week to make sure that you and all your teams go in and have a spot. Make sure that you have a spot. And during the pre-launch, this week will be really good. Next week will be also very good, but not as good as this week. So again, make sure that you use this pre-launch in the best way. And you will find all information about how it works and how you will use the power of it in the best way online, directly in the back office of CROWD1. But now, to end this fantastic day, I want to give you, I have already, I hope, been giving you, all members all around the world, a lot of cool updates, promotions and new products and services to work with. But what would it be without a great promotion in the end of an event? So the last thing I want to give you is the absolutely strongest foundation now when we start everything with a promotion. And this is the coolest promotion I've ever seen in this industry. So take a look, and all of you members around the world, just go on with the great job you are doing. And we will all together make sure that this company will change this industry forever. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All good things must come to an end, and unfortunately, we have come to the end for today's world event in today's program. But I'm sure that you all learned a lot today, right?
We have gone through the company presentation, CROWD1 products, and everything around the new starter package.
And we got to listen to some amazing singers and see some amazing performances. We also heard more about the release of Mindo, Mixed Alive, and the upcoming new project, Planet IX.
We heard more about the Dubai Live trainings and got inspired from the impact our members can have in their communities. Keep up the good work.
Last but not least, Jonas shared the great news about expansion all over the world and the upcoming entertainment packages.
Don't forget to enjoy our new recognition concept that will be released in a few days. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take care, and we'll see you soon. Now, Nando!
Look,